Diet food, all right, let's be honest, it has a long-standing reputation as being tasteless and boring. In fact, we asked you if it was boring, and guess what? 80% of you said yes. I want to change that impression. So the Good Life magazine went to one of the biggest weight loss institutions in the country to find out how they make diet food taste delicious. And here to show you how they do it and what we learned is editor-at-large of the Good Life magazine, my beautiful wife, Lisa Oz. Thank you. So, at our home, Lisa's like a short order cook, which I know is common for many of you as well. But you actually are passionate about the fact that we eat all the food, that we enjoy it, that we're actually dissatisfied is the word you use.
Well, if you didn't, if it weren't delicious, you wouldn't eat it and you wouldn't be satisfied. Knowing our family, they're all foodies, by the way. So it's very important to make healthful food delicious, or it's going to sit on the table.
You're saying I'm picky?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Now, 80% of folks say it's boring. We just saw another survey, and we've done other surveys in the past. Why did the magazine decide to focus on this issue, on the concept of making sure it wasn't?
Well, that was the whole idea. So at the magazine, we love to give people great information so that they can live more healthfully. But if they're not going to eat it, it's not going to do any good. So we went to chefs and we found out the best tasting food that would help you stick to your diet, so you're not going to want to cheat because you're going to love what you're eating.
So to do that, the Good Life partnered with Hilton Head Health in South Carolina. We wanted to find the best ways to make diet food delicious. So again, it's got to be good for you and maybe help you lose weight, but most importantly, it's got to really taste good. Why'd you pick these guys at Hilton Head?
Well, they've been doing it for 40 years. They've helped thousands of people, and they let us into their kitchens to see what they did so we could share it with our readers. So you could do it at home. You didn't need to go to Hilton Head. Great if you did, but you could also do it at home. So you could take those great recipes and eat them yourself.
We actually kidnapped the chefs. One of
did.
them lives with us now. No. One of them's gonna be on the set though. Let's get to the secrets to make losing weight delicious. The first is to bake your breakfast. And this is interesting because you can bake in many ways. Most of those are not healthy, but you actually say we can bake without destroying a diet and still make it delicious.
Well, the idea of baking for breakfast is a couple things. One, it's fun, right? The idea of baked goods feels like dessert in the morning. So fun is not boring, and we're trying to get away from boring here. So A, it's fun, but the thing about baking is you're looking for sweet flavors because people want that serotonin hit in the morning with sugar, but you want to layer flavor so your sweet is not the only one. So you can have spices, you can have fruits, you can have nuts, put a lot of other things into your baking other than sugar, and you won't have like a carb coma by 10 o'clock.
So I get to eat these all the time. So you think we should share them with the audience?
Oh, please.
Here, you take those over.
Okay.
I'll get these.
Yay.
I want honest feedback here, just because she's my wife. I don't want all this fancy politeness. So what's in these muffins in particular?
Well, these are banana date walnuts. I remember I talked about layering the flavors.
Thank you so much.
Don't drop them. Don't drop them.
You know, I knew he was going to do that. Here, I had a feeling. You guys share it. I had a feeling he was going to do that.
Coordinated guess. All right, so you got dates in there.
Dates are our favorite ingredient because they add sweetness without extra sugar. You can buy them pitted, you cut them up, and they also add texture. So it's a little bit chewy, and they're very moist. So they keep it moist, chewy, sweet. It's the best ingredient.
And before you give me your vote here, there's 10 grams less of sugar than regular muffins in these things, and there's a ton of fiber, so you won't overeat because you're going to be full. But again, this is just a segment about why they're so delicious. So what do you guys think? Yes? Look in their eyes, folks. Look in their eyes. You'll see these are nice, dilated pupils from people who are happy and want more. All right. Here, he can have the walnuts.
But again, if you don't like dates, you can add any fruit you want. You can use apricots, figs, dried blueberries. You can use whatever you like.
All right, let's turn to salad dressing for a second.
Aha.
You're going to raise the bar on salads. Get the pun? No, they're not even humoring me today. We're going to raise the salad bar. I'll say it again. I work on these lines. I'll be here all week, by the way. How many of you love creamy, gooey, thick dressing on your salad just to give it that flavor you want? Right. So how do we get that goal of making it delicious in all the ways that they like without adding lots of calories?
Well, if you're eating just iceberg lettuce, you're going to need a creamy, gooey, lots of salt, sugar dressing to make it taste good. But what I like to do, and what we recommend at the Good Life magazine, is to add ingredients that have flavors themselves and layer those. So herbs, here we have chives, cucumbers, different vegetables, different seasonings. You can use seeds, you can use nuts. So put in the salad things that having a delicious taste themselves, so you don't need to layer on the dressing.
So give us one of your favorite combos.
Well, I just mentioned this one, but this is one of my very favorites. It's cantaloupe, which is sweet and crunchy, and cucumbers, and chives. So it has that bright, clean flavor. You barely need dressing at all on this. A little salt, a little olive oil, a little lemon, and you're all set.
For a regular salad, is that the only dressing you think we should be using? A little, but you mentioned olive oil and basically a little bit of lemon?
Lemon or vinegar. If the ingredients are delicious, you don't need very much else.
I would throw these up to the audience, but I'd be getting dry cleaning bills. The next way to make diet food taste delicious is to up your grill game, and here to help us do that is the executive chef at Hilton Head Health, Carla Williams. So I actually thought about kidnapping you.
Oh.
Yes, some of the food you make is so good.
Or you could just take me to Hilton Head.
Yes, we could also just go to Hilton. We'll get to that in a second. So how does grilling add flavor without calories?
At Hilton Head Health, we love to grill food because you don't have to actually start with a lot of oil. So you'll still get the great flavor. It'll caramelize that food, which just brings out such a natural, sweet flavor in anything.
So you got some surprising foods that I wouldn't expect. Is that a pizza?
It's pizza. So
Are you
at Hilton Head
serious?
Health, yes. All you have to do to translate this at home is buy a whole wheat pizza dough at your grocery store for maybe $2 or so, roll it out nice and thin, and then grill it 2 or 3 minutes each side. Put your favorite marinara or a pesto sauce on it and load it up with those vegetables and finish it in the oven. Easy peasy. Tasty, right?
Really tasty.
Can I have
some?
Yeah, oh,
Great.
please, yeah. I thought you ate all these foods already. And what about the fruit? You say that, I know grilling fruit is not something most of us think about, but it's maybe the new secret this summer.
Yeah, so all you have to do for a simple, indulgent treat is throw that sweet pineapple on the grill, and it caramelizes, and you can't beat that treat. And another one here that we have is we grilled mango, and we tossed it with some onions, some tomato, lime juice, and you can put that easily on a piece of grilled chicken or fish, and that will really sass up any meal.
Oh, it is superb. You guys all like these foods? All right. So we have all the recipes on DrOz.com, but up next, you can find out how you can win your own trip to Hilton Head Health. So stay here. We're back with the editor-at-large of the Good Life magazine. She happens to be my wife, Lisa Oz, and she's here showing us how to make low-cal foods taste decadent. Now, our secret to doing this is to play Pick-a-Carb. What does Pick-a-Carb mean?
Pick-a-carb is just a way of making it fun, and we're going against boring, right? The whole idea we talked about before was you don't stick to a diet if it's boring. One of the most boring things you can do is eat the same grain every day. So here is a new game we play called Pick-a-Carb. You don't have to have brown rice with every meal. The game is once a week, choose your grain. It can be quinoa, farro, millet. Look at all of these beautiful grains we have. Make it at the beginning of the week. You can keep it in the refrigerator for the entire week. Then at night, you can switch up your protein and your vegetables. It's so delicious, so wonderful, so fun, not the same old boring thing every night.
It's like carb of fortune.
It is, whoa.
You spin it.
Yes.
You're a camus, buckwheat, everyone heard of bulgur wheat. The biggest surprise for me, if you're gonna start with one, is millet. Which tastes so buttery, so good. Maybe it's because of the butter you add to it, but it tastes buttery naturally, I think. All right, so walk us through some of your favorite carbs, and this is the deal, no brown rice allowed. So we gotta be different today.
We love brown rice, but you do want to switch it up. So these are our favorites. These are the ones we eat all the time at home. This is actually farro, one of my favorites because it's made with thyme and mushrooms, and you're a mushroom boy. But again, you throw in some great herbs, and it's full of flavor, and you've got the chewiness of the farro. Absolutely delicious. This is one of my favorites. It's quinoa with Indian spices and mung beans. So tasty, and a little cilantro on the top, right? Full of rich flavor, very tasty. And this is the millet you referred to.
That's my favorite.
And this is a deconstructed pesto. It's all the ingredients you have in pesto: pine nuts, basil, garlic, little parmesan, but you take it apart and you can really taste the millet through the topping.
Is this 24 hours of hard work to make these?
Don't you help me at home in the kitchen?
I come to taste the food at the
He's
very
an
end.
eater, he's not a cook, but yes. No, it does not take a long time. Again, especially, well, this is a quick grain, so you don't even need to do it ahead of time. And as is quinoa. With the farro or with brown rice or some of the other grains, cook them in the beginning of the week. Put them in a big bag, make a big batch, put it in the refrigerator. You can just add the flavorings in the middle of the week and put in your protein. You've got a meal right away.
So we've got all these wonderful tips on how to satisfy your taste buds while trimming your waistline. It's in this month's issue of the Good Life magazine. And here's the big deal. You can head to DrOz.com to enter the Good Life's Hilton Head Health Sweepstakes. From now until June 27th, There's a chance that you're going to get a week-long getaway for you and a guest at Hilton Head Health. Take advantage of it. Enter to win. Everyone in my audience, by the way, is going home with a copy of The Good Life magazine. Thank you, my beautiful Lisa. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.